Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this short video, we will have our discussion on the most feared yoga in Hindu Vedic astrology, which is of the Manglik dosha or the Mangal yoga. So friends, definitely this yoga has everything to do with obstacles, with troubles. So if you actually want to divide the malefic planets which can cause maximum troubles in our life in two categories. So definitely in one category you will place the planet Saturn, Rahu and Ketu, because the problem with these planets is that, and why I place them in one category is that because majority of the times the problems given by these planets are karmic in nature. No matter how much rationality you are putting in, you might not be able to realize that what is the reason for these problems, what is the reason for these delays, these kind of esoteric mysterious problems which I am facing, and I am not able to find out any reason or source of their problem. Now come to another category. Definitely in another category you can place the planet Mars. Now friends, you have to understand this thing that whenever we talk about the problems caused by the planet Mars, it is always connected with our own behavioral problems. It is majority of the times connected with our lack of capability of handling the surge of energies. So that is a basic introduction which I wanted to tell you over here. Now we will come to our today's discussion. So friends, the Mangal dosha gets formed in our astrological chart if you will find Mars's placement in certain houses, like for example in the first house, in the fourth house, in the seventh house, in the eighth house, in the 12th house. So if you have your Mars present in these houses, so you become a Manglik, and this yoga creates maximum obstacles for all those people who are on a lookout for a arranged marriage or for a marriage. So friends, now you have to understand the rationale behind it, because there has been lot of superstition which is attached around this Manglik yoga. But one thing which I want to clear over here is that Manglik yoga has nothing to do with the karmic energies troubling you. So for example, if you have your Mars present in the 8th house of your chart, if you have your Mars placed in the 12th house of your chart, or even in the 7th house, so it has nothing to do with the natural lifespan or longevity of either yours or of your partner. That is a different thing that bases an individual's nature and the imbalance of the power struggle and the energy related concerns. There could be fights, and in extreme cases that fight could lead to someone towards thinking about suicide, thinking about self-harming, self-affliction, but it has nothing to do with the karmic energies troubling you, the way Saturn, Rahu and Ketu, their energies work. So now friends, coming back to our today's discussion. So when we talk about Mangal dosha or the Manglik yoga, trust me, I have seen so many successful people that in their charts you will find Mars to be present in this alignment, just because Mars in itself is a significator of energy, willpower, determination. In the original Kalpurush Kundli, the first house, the Kalpurush Kundli starts with the first sign being given to the planet Mars. That in itself means that Mars has everything to do with competition, with projecting your individuality, and the innate nature of Mars is competition. And you cannot even ignore or overlook this fact that in the original Kalpurush Kundli, apart from the first house, Mars also rules the 8th house. So with your own capability, all those transformation which you want to bring in your life, all of that can be attributed to the planet Mars only. Why planet Mars goes into debilitation in its own friend's sign, in the moon's Cancer sign? Because Mars's energy remains most volatile, most vulnerable, most sensitive when it comes in contact with any of the water sign, where the outwardly and the extrovert and the determined energy of the planet Mars could end up taking the shape of resentment, possessiveness, jealousy, trying to get back at people, all sort of mind games. So that is the only reason friends, whenever you will find in any individual's chart Mars's placement in these kind of so-called Mangal houses, Mangal dosha houses, first house, fourth house, seventh house, eighth house, 12th house. So that in itself means that this native's personality is little bit intense. So he or she needs a compatible partner who would be able to receive or in a right way able to handle or manage the energy of this person. It has nothing to do with causing havoc or creating those kind of energies that either your planets or your partner's planet could cause some sort of karmic trouble, energy and karmic related threat to your life or to your success in the life. So friends, coming back to our today's discussion, even if you want to understand individually, so definitely the first house Mars makes an individual's personality in itself little bit intense. If you will find Mars to be present in the fourth house, so there is a lot of potential and capacity that in the domestic life there might be the concerns of bickering, resentment, repressed energies which could trouble the native. If it is going to be present in the 7th house or the 8th house, the matters of sensuality increases. So it becomes very important that your partner should have a compatible energy. And if you will find the Mars's placement in the 12th house, not only it has to do with the concerns of sensuality, increased passion, but along with that the 12th house Mars has also to do with some sort of like repressed emotions, energy which might take up the shape of getting back at people and bursting out at wrong times. So friends, let's say for example, if an individual has this Mars yoga in his or her chart, you are in love with a person who doesn't have a Manglik yoga. So the only way by which these so-called placements loses out its strength of causing difficulties in a relationship is, first of all, after 28 years of age, Mars starts losing out its strength to create difficulty, to lose out the strength of impulse in an individual's personality. The second way is that, let's say for example, for someone who has got Mars to be present in these difficult houses, so it becomes very important that Jupiter should be well placed, not only in the main ascendant chart but most importantly in the Navamsha chart. So individually, if in your case you cannot find a compatible Mangalik person, so it becomes very important for you that either your 9th house has to be strong, your Jupiter should be strong, more important than the Lagan chart in the Navamsa chart, and along with that the Graha Maitri, the planetary friendship of your moon sign and of your ascendant sign with the prospective match takes lot of importance and priority if you actually want to tame up and control the energy of this Manglik yoga. See friends, for all the Hindu Vedic believers, there is a process of going through the Kumbh Vivaha as well. So that process is done by which a native gets married to a Kumbh, which is a significator of Lord Vishnu, which in itself is seen as the preserver of the universe, that he is going to protect the bond of the marriage of the native if that native is going to or planning to marry a non-Manglik person. So friends, the whole summary of this video was that many times people write to me or comment on my videos regarding their concerns and their fears on Manglik dosha. So trust me, Manglik dosha could be used as a blessing in disguise for success in all areas of your life. So friends, even in the relationship, Mars has this tendency of taking control of things. No matter, even if a Martian person is going to be in love with someone, the person is definitely going to be bit possessive, bit protective, which many times take up the shape of being suspicious or self-doubting nature, or doubting your partner's personality or character or conduct. So it becomes very important that if one person has got a Manglik yoga or Mars to be present in these kind of alignments in the chart, he should get a compatible Martian energy to reciprocate in the same level of energies. So this is something, friends, which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs on the Manglik Yoga. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.